Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at TechTrader.com. It's Tuesday night, the 25th of November, and markets had an interesting day today. But more importantly, some of the stocks that we follow did quite well. Lake was a monster today, but let's go over some of the stocks that I like that I'm looking at here that may be breaking out and making important moves. Acacia Research. You see the big base, but that big smackdown a year ago. It's been building a base for a year. Today it popped out. Went up to 1993, backed up to 1946, up 72 cents or almost 4%, and volume increased a bit. And I'm going to need it to extend because there is resistance right here about this, a little bit above where today was, probably about 20 or so. But I think the next target would be for a run at this level, or maybe even that level right there. Let's scroll in and see where that is. Let's call it 23 3/4. First target, not bad. Maybe 24, and then maybe 25.5. Blundered tongue been phenomenal, and look at that run up. Pop, coil, pop, 1 day inside day, pop, 4-day wedge, and then pop again. Today 2.1 million of 12.6% or 28 cents. It's a cheapie, but a long-term pattern here shows the base, the breakout, the pullback to test the moving average, and an explosive move. And a very long-term pattern, you can see that the stock has been moving sideways for many years. Stretch this out some more. There you go. Now, if this is going to make an important move, that's a level to consider. And that level back in 04, that's 10 years ago, was 495. Do not be surprised if it runs up in that zone, whether that's going to be a difficult area to get through. Nevertheless, some good stuff there for blundered tongue. If momentum continues, we could see a quick 3, 3.25, and beyond that, 4. Beat. Now, biotelemetry is a swing trade, and it's chiefly because after a beautiful 6-7 month base and a wedge here, it broke out, consolidated, held a gap there, moving averages crossed over, and that pullback to the moving averages, then they pop, and a wedge, then another move. And you can see that after deleting these two lines, I want to pull out of here for a minute. That the last 2 days was a follow-through session today after the pop. But where did it get to? Well, I got to this level right there where I had drawn some potential resistance. Right about there. And that came in about the 935 range. And guess what? That was from April 2014. And here we are in November, and the stock hit the same exact price there, 935. So a little bit of resistance right there. You get to that. The targets are going to be in the 11 and then 11.90 range. So something up in that range. Maybe we get to $12. So let's just say 11 and 12 are potential targets, and we have a swing on it. CENX acting well today. A nice pop out of this consolidation across these tops. Didn't close above it, but still up $1.66 or 6%. Volume increased to 2.4 million. I'm looking to see if we get a follow through, because if it blows through this little zone, this stock could very well give you a big move into the mid to high 30s. So let's keep a close tabs on that one. Caesars, well, at one point today, Caesars looked like it was going to make another move. What was missing? Well, what's been missing the last couple of days has been volume. And it did reverse after getting up in that level. Well, let's take this out for now. You still have an ascending wedge. You still have wave 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if we get a fifth wave, I'm still looking for 21.2. EXAS broke out of a coil today. This coil's been going on 6 weeks. 2 days ago it broke out, excuse me, and it's been following through for 2 days now. What I need is a test and take out of 26.80. Then we're on our way up towards 30.31. Fold. Now, Amicus Therapeutics been acting great since it popped, flag, little pennant, strong move to resistance, a multi-month consolidation. The declining top sign was taken out 3-4 days ago. It consolidated and then popped again, followed up again today with a move right up against resistance. This resistance goes way back to the highs achieved in 2011 when it was trading at about 8. Today's high, 8. Interesting. So we have an exact test of resistance here that, if broken, could very easily lead to 12.5, my next target. So this could be powerful too. Keep an eye on that. Right up there. IG, well, it's an old swing trade of ours. When it broke out here, it's acting pretty well. It continues to act well. What I'm looking for on this one is, can it take out that zone? And if it does, I'm looking for a swing all the way up to the 13, 14 range, maybe even 15. Lake, big day today, folks, as we all know. The falling wedge and the one-day pop, then this 3-4 week declining channel took out the lows and some support. It did have a beautiful reversal day today. That reversal day did the following. Took out the 10, 21, and 50-day moving averages, while on its way to a phenomenal run-up with big volume of 8.1 million. That's huge. According to my associates, there's only about, I think he said 5 million shares floating. So that's a big move today. And with, according to this, 5 million shares are short out of something like 12 million shares outstanding. So I don't know the exact number, but the bottom line is it's a big short position, and it was a big short covering rally today. But we broke out across everything. I'm looking for a retest of 16.5 zone coming up. Mac Pharmaceuticals acting well, up against the late October highs, which was 959. Today's high, 959. Uncanny the way that happens. If we get through here, I'm looking for 11.5 short term. Nectar, you can see the clean breakout. And you have a large coiling type pattern with a breakout today as volume increased to 2.4 million. Now stepping back a little further, a massive long-term rising channel type pattern. Pull it back there, and you can see lateral resistance right there. This resistance goes back to the highs in 2010 when it reached 1584, 1585 range. Today's high, 1596. And it closed at 1593. So at a key point here, if you can keep it going, stock has a shot at making it all the way up towards 20. PTX. Another beautiful rising channel, 45-degree angle type move. Breakout, 2-week pullback flag. It made an attempt to break out today. Didn't close very well, but it did close slightly above that. Let's see if we can get an extension. Take out 1168 and run it up near 12.5 3/4. My next target. TASR. The gut feel here is, folks, that this is on the verge of an explosive move. When you get, let me show you something. A long-term rising channel. See the internal trend line here connecting these tops and this top here. That's the internal trend line. And once the stock is in a bottom section of a trend channel and then blows through the top, it usually runs up to the top of the channel. Well, if you take a look at the long-term pattern, these highs up here come all the way up in the 33 range, 32, 33 range. Technically, my secondary swing target is up in that range. I'm going to look for 25 first and then 30, 32. First, let's get the breakout, then I'll issue a swing trade. You may get that as early as tomorrow. It looks like it wants to go. If volume is real strong in the 8, 10, 12 million range, I'll be very pleased with it. And by the way, it's 3.6 days to cover, substantial with a stock that trades that much volume. VDSI continues to please after the breakout of the little wedge yesterday. It followed through today, reached the top of the channel and some lateral resistance here. Key moment for it, because if it accelerates here, it's going to like spike up. But let's face it, it is long in the tooth. It's having gone from beginning of the year when it was trading at about, what, 6 and change? Here it is, nearly 30. So massive move, beautiful rising channel, out of a textbook, continues to act well, consolidates, flags, coils, etc. And lastly is Zoma, putting this out because of the beautiful base and the breakout. Now yes, it's extended, having moved up 7 days in a row and 10 of the last 12. But it has broken through. That's the key for me. Now, can it get up to this next level? At the gap here at about 7.5, that would be your next target. But there is some resistance first at 645. So those are your next two targets, 645 and 7.5. But we may get a pop, pullback, consolidation either here or if it reaches there. And that's it for tonight, everybody. Have a good evening. I'll talk to you tomorrow.